Hello guys, welcome back. Today is 78th day of our 100 days of challenge of Adobe, and today we are going to make this. So let's get started. So here we are in After Effects. Firstly I have dragged my image here. So select your image, drag it to the composition icon. It will automatically make the composition size of this image size. Now just select your image. You can, for creating, firstly we have to create a 3D map, depth map. For creating a depth map you can change this image to black and white to get a perfect what's happening, which layer is on top, which is not. You can use it if necessary. Now select this layer, press T to open opacity and make it 50 for now. Okay, let's just make it fit to 100%. Now deselect the layer, go to pen tool, double click on the fill or single click here on the fill name, select a solid color. Okay, for stroke none, and select the solid color to black. And here, as you can see, the darkest color is black, means the black color is at the almost too much depth. So the too much depth here is the sky, so we can give it a full black, and the layer which is on the top you can give it the almost white. So you can see it what's happening actually here. Let's increase its opacity to 70 like this. Now deselect the layer, select the pen tool. Let's make a mask around the whole composition. Be sure the mask, the shape is all the way out of the composition like this. Rename it to BG. Place it below of all. Deselect it. Again select the pen tool. Now let's mask the second object, which is this. The mountains, which are further than the sky. Just have a rough mask like this. You don't have to be perfect. Complete it like this and change its fill color something to lighter, not black, lighter. Drag it below the shape layer. If you off the shape layer you can see something like this. Let's make it a little bit more darker like this. Now you can see we have these two colors of two different depths. The sky is darker, the mountains are a little bit brighter. Rename it to mountains. Main on the layer again. Deselect all the layers. Now let's select this foreground. You can make as many as layers according to the depth. Okay, let's make it little bit more brighter. Rename it as foreground. I'm just renaming it quickly. Drag it below the main. Now you can see we have these three different layers. Now again make a last background layer, these stones. You can also make it like this stone is closer, this stone is little bit backward. Sorry, I have deselect all the layers and then try to make the mask like this. You can also tweak the settings here, like making a different mask for this. We can just do it now. You can always change the positions of the anchor points, but I am directly making it different, two different rocks like this. It will give a little bit more depth. Okay, let's make it a little bit brighter. Rename it as rock 1, drag it below, deselect all the layers. Now make again another mask here like this, rename it to rock 2, drag it below. Now you can see, let's change its fill something to more lighter, not too much, just a little bit like this. You can see just a settle one, just a little bit more bright like this. Yeah, now you can see we have these different layers. Now let's just mask our main character. Now deselect all the layers, start masking process. I am just wrapping up the masking, so let's meet after we have done the masking. So the masking is done for this layer. As you can see, we are going to add the depth from too much back from the mountains, so it is not necessary to add too much depth on the character. If you are just using the portrait like this, you can add depth on the small facial details. Because it is closer portrait, I am using a scene like this, so it is not too much necessary for adding details. So now just select all of the shape layers, right click, or before doing that we can just do one thing. Let's make a new adjustment layer, drag it below, just off the main layer for now. Select the adjustment layer and search for fast blur, apply it on the adjustment layer and increase the value something like to 25, 27. I'm making it like 40. Yeah, just fine. Now select all of these layers except our main layer, right click, recompose, name it as map. Now on the layer again, make its opacity again back to 100%. Now select the main layer and search for displacement map. Here apply it on the layer, and here let's just make it to luminance, again luminance, and select the displacement map to map. Be sure both have the same position. As you can see, nothing is happening here. Let's make it initially 0 like this. And now if you increase the values like this, just a settle effect, just a small effect you can see happening here like this. Just don't extend the values too much. Because it will, let's just try decreasing the value here 20 to get some perfect. Yeah, as you can see, if you increase the value too much, it's gonna stretch, so just don't do that. Let's adjust these colors. Let's make it a little bit more brighter. This one just a little bit bright, this one just a little bit. Than this rock, let's make the adjustment layer. This second rock, let's make it a little bit darker. Yeah, perfect. Now let's just try to see it again. Let's just reset it, set it to map to luminance for both. And now if you see, if we stretch just a little bit, okay, come to map, and now we can increase it to up to 70 or something like this. Don't do it too much, like 40 or 50. Let's just, yeah, it's looking perfect. Now you can see the displacement map is working good. You can actually animate this by giving them keyframes. If you want, we can make it more brighter because it is on the top. Select the mountains, let's make them also a little bit bright because it is forward. Select the foreground, make it a little bit more bright. The rock, little bit more. The second rock, just a little bit, because as you can see the mountains and the sky is too back. So just try to get the perfect bright values. Just try to get perfect black values. Now you can see if we just move a little bit, the mountains are moving too much because they are too much at the back side. Like this. Now you can animate this. Let's make them 0 0. At first keyframe, let's make it just a little bit negative like this. This also just a little bit negative. Add keyframes on both. Let's just trim it to up to 5 to 6 seconds. Trim, go to second 5, and let's just animate this just a little bit at this side, not too much because it's going to be distort. Just a little bit like this. And now you can see we have this super slow motion 3D effect. For getting rid of these edges, you can just scale it by something 110, or we can make it 105. Yeah, perfect. Now you can see we have this little bit settle effect of 3D photo. So you can use same method to work on portrait. It works great on portrait like this, as you have seen in the preview. So just go and check it how it works. It's really good to add depth maps and use this effect. It's nice. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. I know I am not a perfect, I'm just trying to be. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel if you are new here. Be sure you also like the Inktober videos. So let's meet tomorrow again. Till then, stay safe, take care, and keep watching the channel.